it's me, Sammy. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. Hope you're all having an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing. Welcome back to another Meals I Made This Week video. I have been absolutely loving creating recipes and coming up with all the recipes for these videos, guys. I know you've been enjoying them as well. I really hope that you're getting loads of meal inspiration for these, to mix up meal times and to just make you a bit more excited about planning your meals as well. It used to be the bane of my life saying, what am I going to do for dinner? Honestly, it used to drive me insane. Now I'm actually like, what can I make for dinner, which is so much more exciting, and it definitely changes things around the house. Like, you're definitely not dreading dinner times anymore. So I'm so grateful to this series because it's definitely changed the way that I cook for me and my kids. So if you want to see what I've made for me and the kids this week, 4 dinners and a pudding, then just keep on watching. If you do like the video, please don't forget to smash the thumbs up button and subscribe down below. It would mean the absolute world to me. And without further ado, let's dive into it. It's Tuesday evening, guys, and we're going to be making some loaded vegetable quesadillas, and we're going to be serving it with some guacamole and some tortilla chips, which I'm super excited to make. Let's dive into the ingredients and the overall cost of this dinner. So I'm going to be using half a kilo of frozen broccoli florets. We've got 8 white wraps there. We're going to be using probably about this much grated cheese, this section here. Going to be using 1 yellow pepper, half a pack of coriander, an avocado, a lime, a red onion, and about 200 grams of cherry tomatoes. Altogether, this comes to £5.16. Let's dive into the cooking. First step is to cook our frozen broccoli florets as per the packet instructions. I've just preheated the oven to gas mark 6. Now we're going to get out 4 of our wraps. We're going to lightly brush them with a little bit of olive oil. I'm going to spray it and then brush it with a silicone brush. Then we're going to cut that into triangles and put them in a single layer on these 2 baking trays. Now that these are all prepped, what we're going to do is pop these into our oven now, preheated at gas mark 6 for 5 minutes, just until they're golden and crispy. Now, while our tortilla chips are cooking, we need to prep all our veg. So we need to quarter our cherry tomatoes, thinly slice our onion and our pepper. Then we need to juice our lime, mash our avocado, chop up our coriander, and grate our cheese. So we're just going to prep all the rest of the remaining ingredients now. That is our veg and everything prepped now. Our tortilla chips have been baked. I'm going to just pop these onto a plate now and set them aside until later. And our broccoli is finished cooking, so I'm going to drain that off in a colander now. Next step is to make our guacamole side for our tortilla chips. So what I've got is our smashed avocado here. We're going to add our juice from our lime now, just like so. It's going to have this lovely consistency to it now. Now what we're going to do is add a quarter of our coriander to this and a quarter of our tomatoes to this. That is our guac dip sorted, so we're going to set that aside until we're ready to serve. Now I've heated a tablespoon of olive oil into this large saucepan here. What we're going to do is add our onions and our peppers to this, and we're going to fry the onions and the peppers in here now for 5 minutes. That's been cooking for 5 minutes now, so now we're going to add the broccoli in and cook that for another 5 minutes. Now that's cooked for 5 minutes, we're going to add in our chopped tomatoes and cook that for another 5 minutes. Now what we're going to do is transfer all of our cooked vegetables into this here bowl. To this bowl we're going to add the rest of our coriander now and give that all a good mix. Now I'm just going to season this generously with some salt and pepper, give it one more mix, and then that is our vegetable filling completed. Now I've just wiped the pan clean, and what we're going to do now is pop this on a medium to high heat. Then we're going to pop our tortilla wrap into the frying pan and load half of it with a quarter of our vegetable filling and a quarter of our cheese. Now what we're going to do is fold the tortilla in half and then fry this for 2 minutes on each side. That is our first quesadilla done, and now I'm just going to do the exact same for the other 3, and then we're just going to cut them up and serve them. And that is our Tuesday night dinner served up, guys. I've served our quesadillas in half alongside our tortilla chips and our guacamole as well. Ava's already digging into her tortilla chips. So we've got Tyler's here, we've got Liam's here, and we've got mine here. And Ava's got the exact same as us as well, but I've just popped a little bit less filling in her quesadilla. So yeah, we're going to go and enjoy this now, guys, and we'll catch you later in the week for another dinner. It is Wednesday morning, guys, and we're just prepping ready for dinner tonight because we're going to be doing a slow cooker tikka masala style beans with naan bread to serve. So let's run through all the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So we're going to be using some ginger garlic paste. We've got 2 tins of cannellini beans and 1 tin of chopped tomatoes in a nice tin tower there. Going to be using half a pack of coriander. Going to be using about half of this pack of baby spinach as well. Then I'm going to be using a third of this tub of double cream, a couple of tablespoons of garam masala and a teaspoon of turmeric, 2 red onions, 1 red pepper, 2 sweet potatoes, and 1 pack of garlic and coriander naans. Altogether this comes to £5.52 for this dinner, guys. Let's dive into the cooking. First thing to do is our veg prep. So we're going to be peeling and chopping our sweet potato into like 1cm cubes. Then we're going to be roughly chopping up our red onions and our red pepper, and then we're going to be chopping up our coriander as well. We're going to also leave some leaves aside for garnish later on. Then we're just going to drain and rinse our cannellini bean tins. So that's our veg prep, so we're going to get that done now. That's all our veg prep done. Now we're just going to pop it all inside our slow cooker now. So I've just turned on the slow cooker and set it to low. Now there's two options here. You can either cook it on low for 6 hours or high for 4, whatever you prefer, but I'm going to do it on low, so I'm setting it to low now just to preheat for 5 minutes. Now first thing I'm going to put in our slow cooker is our red onions and a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Now we're going to add our red peppers, our sweet potato and our coriander, our 2 tins of cannellini beans, and the tin of chopped tomatoes, 2 tablespoons of garam masala, 1 teaspoon of turmeric, and 250 millilitres of water. Now we've just got to give this all a really good mix together. Now that's all mixed together, I've added a little bit of salt and pepper to season as well. Now all we're going to do is pop the lid on, guys. I'm going to let that cook for 6 hours on low. Like I said, if you're doing it on high, just pop it on for 4 hours. And I'll be back after my 6 hours on low to finish it off. 6 hours of cooking completed, and our curry is looking absolutely amazing. So let's finish off our final steps. We're going to preheat our oven now to gas mark 6, ready for our naan breads in a little while. While our oven's preheating, we're going to add about half of our bag of baby spinach to our slow cooker, so about 100 grams. So giving all the spinach a good mix in now, what we're going to do is just leave this to cook for 4 or 5 minutes, just until the spinach is all wilted in there. For garnish on top, when we serve up, I've just roughly torn up some coriander leaves, and we've got some double cream that we're just going to swirl onto our plates as well. And now I'm going to sort out our naan bread. So what I'm going to do first is get these 2 out of the packet and rub a little bit of butter on top. Just like that, and I've just popped them onto my 2 baking trays there. One thing I love more than a garlic coriander naan is a buttered garlic coriander naan. So what I'm going to do now is just pop these both into the oven for a minute or 2, just until they get a little bit crisp. Now our curry's done, our naans are done, let's serve up. This is our Wednesday night dinner served up. Ava has already made a start on the naan breads while I've been serving up. So I've just finished each of our bowls with a little swirl of double cream, and then scattered some coriander leaves on top as well. We've got our naan breads all cut up over here, looking absolutely delicious, and we're just going to share them out between us. Ava has got the exact same as us as well, but I've just tried to avoid putting any spinach in her bowl. She's also got a little bit of watermelon as well, because she's obsessed with that at the moment and it's very hot, so I wanted to help her cool down. So that's Ava's, and this is mine and the boys. We're gonna go and enjoy this now, and we'll catch you later in the week for another amazing dinner. It's Thursday morning, guys, and I'm gonna be making a tuna pasta salad ready for dinner tonight. I can chill it in the fridge and keep it ready for later, so that's why I'm making it this morning. And yeah, guys, let's run through all of the ingredients and the overall cost of this meal. So I'm gonna be using quite a lot of this pack of shell pasta. We're then gonna be using some garlic granules, some fresh parsley, 1 lemon. We're going to be using some mayonnaise and some sour cream for our sauce, 2 tins of tuna chunks. Got some ready salted crisps and some salad to serve later. I've got 1 cup of frozen peas, which I've just been slightly thawing. I've got 1 small red onion, 1 red pepper, and 2 stalks of celery. Altogether this comes to £4.66. Let's dive into the cooking. First things first, I've got a pot of boiling water here. I've added a little bit of salt, and we're going to add our pasta. Probably about 350 grams of the shell pasta I'm going to pop in here now and just cook as per the packet instructions. Now let's get our veg prep done. So we're going to be juicing our lemon, and then we're going to be chopping up our bell pepper and our onion, our celery and our parsley. That's all our veg prepped and our lemon juice. Now we're going to get a big old mixing bowl now and start making our sauce for our tuna pasta salad. First up, we're going to add our mayonnaise in, which we're going to use probably about between 1/4 and 1/3 of this jar of mayonnaise, and then we're going to be adding half of this pot of fresh sour cream. Now to our mayonnaise and our sour cream, we're going to add our lemon juice and our parsley. Then we're going to add half a teaspoon of garlic granules, and then generously season with salt and pepper, quite a hefty amount. Then we're going to give that all a good whisk. That is our sauce all ready to go. We're just going to set that aside for a moment because our pasta is now cooked. So what I'm going to do is just quickly drain this off in the colander and then just leave it in the colander for a moment. Now while the pasta is still warm in the colander, I'm actually going to add our frozen petit pois into here now, just to help them thaw out, because I don't want them cooked per se, I just want them thawed. So this is going to help the peas to thaw, so we're just going to mix those together and leave those a moment until the peas are thawed. Now our peas are thawed, so I'm just going to run this colander under the cold tap now to cool down our pasta and our peas, and then we're just going to set it aside for 5 minutes. So rinsed off our pasta now, that's waiting for 5 minutes, just going to set that aside for 5 minutes. Now we're going to add our peppers, our celery and our onions into our sauce now. Now we're going to open and drain our tins of tuna chunks. Now we're going to add our tuna chunks into our sauce with veg now, and then we're going to add our pasta and peas in as well and give it all a good mix. And that is our tuna pasta salad finished. What I'm going to do now is just cover this with some cling film, pop it in the fridge to chill until we're ready to serve later on, and we'll be back later on to serve this up with some lettuce and some crushed crisps on top. Right, it's still Thursday morning, guys, but because I'm making a semifredo for our pudding tomorrow, I need to get started on that now because it needs to be in the freezer overnight ready for tomorrow. So we're going to be making that now. So we're going to be making a lemon yogurt semifredo. Let me run through all of the ingredients for this. So we've got 8 meringue nests. We've got 500 grams of Greek style yogurt, 300 milliliters of fresh double cream, 320 grams of lemon curd, 1 whole lemon. Then we're going to be using a drizzling of clear honey. This is actually honey from my nan's beehives, so that's why it doesn't have a label or anything. It's just from my nan's beehives, the freshest honey you can get. And then I've got some raspberries and strawberries, and the honey, raspberries and strawberries are going to be used to serve tomorrow. But this is what we're going to be using today to actually make the semifredo. What we're going to do now is line our loaf tin with 2 layers of cling film. We want a little bit of an overhang around the edge. Right, that is our loaf tin double layered with cling film. Now we're going to pop this into our freezer now to chill for a little while we make our filling. First, to get our lime ready, what we're going to do is we're going to cut a very thin slice of the zest off. I actually did 2 strips because the first one wasn't quite thick enough. Now what I'm going to do is very thinly slice this rind now, and then we're going to keep that aside for decoration tomorrow, just like so. So I'm going to keep them aside in the fridge till tomorrow when we're going to be decorating, and then I'm just going to grate the rest of the zest off of this lemon. That's our lemon zest set aside ready for later. Now I've just popped our 300 milliliters of double cream into this large mixing bowl. Now what I'm going to do is whisk this until it forms soft peaks. Now that our cream is looking like this, we're going to gently fold in the 500 grams of our Greek style yogurt and also our 320 grams of lemon curd. Now that's all really beautifully combined, what we're going to do is add our lemon zest into this now, and also we're going to crumble 6 of our meringue nests into this and give that all a really good mix as well. Now that's our semifredo mix finished. Now we're going to get our loaf tin back out the freezer, and of course we're just going to pour this into our loaf tin now. Now all we have to do, guys, is pop this in the freezer either for 12 hours or overnight, whichever you would prefer, but like a minimum of 12 hours is recommended. So I'm going to pop this in the freezer now, ready for our pudding tomorrow, and you will see this again tomorrow when we're preparing pudding. It's Thursday evening now, and I'm just serving up dinner for me and Ava. Obviously this is our pasta salad, which I'm just going to give a quick mix up. I'm going to be popping some lettuce into our bowls, the pasta salad on top, then I'm just going to be garnishing with some ready salted crisps crumbled up. That is mine and Ava's dinner all served up. We've got mine here with the lettuce and the crisps crumbled on top, and then Ava's just got the tuna pasta salad. Looks absolutely amazing. Gonna go and enjoy this now, and then we'll be back tomorrow for another dinner and to finish off our semifredo. Friday evening now, guys, and it's time for us to finish off our lemon yogurt semifredo. We're going to be decorating it and serving it up right now for our pudding, which I'm so excited about. So yeah, let's get started. First things first, we're going to tip this onto our serving plate and remove the cling film, just like so. Now we want to decorate it, so I'm going to just chop up our fruit. So our strawberries and our raspberries I'm just going to prep now. So I've just cut up our strawberries and just got our raspberries ready, and this is our lemon rind from yesterday. So these are our fruits for decorating. So now to finish our semifredo, what we're going to do is we're just going to drizzle the whole top of it with some of our clear honey, and then we're just going to decorate and organize our fruit and crumble our last 2 meringues over the top just as decoration. And that is our lemon semifredo all decorated. Now all we've got to do, guys, is wait 10 minutes just for it to thaw slightly so that we can slice it into our portions, and then we're going to go and enjoy. This is the perfect Friday night dessert treat. It tastes absolutely incredible, guys. Highly recommend if you definitely want to have a beautiful citrusy summer pudding. And yeah, guys, gonna go and enjoy this now. We'll catch you tomorrow for our final dinner. Saturday evening now, guys, and I'm just about to make some Chinese food for me and Ava. So let's run through all of the ingredients and the overall price of this meal. So I'm going to be using 2 egg fried microwave rices. I've got a jar of sweet and sour sauce. Going to be using some prawn crackers, some prawn toast, and 2 crispy tempura battered chicken breasts. Altogether, guys, this comes to £6.88. Let's dive into the cooking. First thing to do is to preheat our air fryer at 180, and we're going to be cooking our chicken for 12 minutes in here. And we're going to be putting our chicken in the air fryer for 12 minutes, and then after 4 minutes we're going to be adding our prawn toast into the air fryer as well. So really nice and simple. This takes 12 minutes, this takes 8 minutes, same temperature, perfect. So now our chicken and our prawn toast are cooking. We've got 5 minutes left. So now what I'm going to do is pop our sweet and sour sauce into this saucepan to gently simmer, and also I'm going to cook our egg fried rice as per the packet instructions in the microwave for 2 minutes each. Now our sauce has finished simmering for 5 minutes. We've just finished cooking both of our rice pouches. Now it's time to serve it up with our chicken, our prawn toast, and also some prawn crackers on the side. And that is our Saturday night Fakeaway sorted. It is the perfect Fakeaway dinner for a fraction of the cost of a real takeaway. We've got our prawn crackers, our prawn toast. I've got my chicken underneath my sauce there on a mountain of egg fried rice. Really healthy portions, guys. And then Ava's got the exact same as me with her chicken, prawn toast, prawn crackers, sauce, and egg fried rice. We're going to go and enjoy this now, guys, and enjoy the rest of our weekend, and that is this week's food complete. And that is everything that I've got for you this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you did enjoy it, and if you did, there is more meals I made this week content over on Instagram and also on my TikTok. I will leave them both linked below in the description for you. The Instagram is like basically a massive picture catalogue of all the recipes so far. Also tells you in the sort of description of that photo which video you can find the recipe in. So it's like a little catalogue which I've loved building up, and I absolutely love scrolling through it when I need some meal inspiration. It's perfect because obviously I know how I make all the dinners, so it's much easier for me to go, yeah, I'm going to do this, this and this. Or if you're looking for a particular ingredient, then you can scroll through and just get some inspiration. It's amazing in that way. So yeah, definitely check out the Instagram and the TikTok as well if you're interested in that, guys. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for all the love and support on my channel, guys. It means the absolute world to me, and hopefully I'll be seeing you very, very soon for another video. Take care. Bye.